Hello everyone, and welcome to the FAST K2 testing. I guess I can't do a full screen like that. Welcome to the K2 FAST testing. A lot of this is going to be review. Not much has changed since PM1. All you have to do is watch this video, and if you have any questions, contact me. And then fill out the form that is attached to this email as well. So going through this test is also for PM2 computer adaptive, which is the same, meaning if they get it right, it'll get a little harder. If they get it wrong, it'll go down, and the gap of the error will go down as the test progresses. So there's 3 different tests. There's STAR Early Literacy, 27 questions, 10 to 20 minutes only. STAR Reading, 34 questions, 15 to 20 minutes. And STAR Math, 34 items, 20 to 30 minutes. And headphones are required for STAR Reading and for STAR Math. For STAR Reading, it's only required for students in PM3, so not for PM2. All right, we're December 11th, we'll be doing K2 ELA, and December 12th, we'll be doing K2 Math, and makeups are going to be through the end of December before we go on our holiday break. Kindergarten will be taking STAR Early Literacy. Kindergarten has to score an 852 before they can move on to STAR Reading, and nobody scored an 852 this year for PM2, so all kindergarten will be taking STAR Early Literacy. First and second grade will be taking STAR Math. Even if they did STAR Early Literacy last time, they will start and start reading this time and only move to STAR Early Literacy after 2 failed attempts. So again, if they're in first and second grade, they will start in STAR Reading, and if they fail twice, then they go to STAR Early Literacy, and everyone will do STAR Math. There is a video on how to use a tablet, and that is in our state testing folder on Schoology if you would like to show that to your students. The students cannot use calculators. Some students will need headphones, so start getting those headphones now. You can pause audio, and that's in page 38 of the teacher manual, which is in Schoology. If you have lost your copy, please make sure to print some of those copies. And I will be providing scratch paper for math, but you can, of course, give any scratch paper as long as it's blank line paper or blank copy paper to students if they ask for it. All right, this is for school administrators, not for you. Sorry. Did I delete the wrong ones? So you want to make sure that before testing that your room is ready for testing. All things need to be blocked off if you're doing reading and math. And then also you want to make sure that you have your script ready before the day of. And that your classroom is ready for testing, that you have headphones, and that all of your tablets are charged and ready to go. We are going to be doing the reading test during the reading block and the math test during the math block so that your schedules are not going to be out of whack. You could also choose to do small groups if you wish. The rest of your students just need to be working on a task that isn't too distracting and not too loud while you pull back students to do the testing, or the person who's in the room helping you can pull the students and you can continue with your students doing something else. I just wouldn't do any whole group or anything too loud. It needs to be nice and quiet in there. All right, accommodations. If they have no accommodations, that's this box. STAR Early Literacy is 2.5 minutes, STAR Reading is 2 to 3 minutes, and Math is 4 minutes apiece. And then you can see extended time goes up a little bit, double for math, and then unlimited time is not really unlimited. So it just is, 15 minutes a question in math and 15 minutes a question in reading. All right, oral presentation students for STAR Early Literacy and STAR Reading will be pulled out and need to be tested individually. STAR Math, the questions are read to them, so they will not need you to do anything like that. A human reader must be provided to read the items and responses to students and describe everything. If everything has to be read aloud to them, so that's a little bit different. All right, in the Renaissance, This has gone away for now, but since the window has started, it has already popped back up. So make sure that you are not clicking on star reading with the actual star down here, that they're actually clicking this circle that's yellow on the top and blue on the bottom that says fast tests. And then it'll open this other window and you can see it says reading, early literacy, and then reading. So you could tell them, the yellow circle or the blue circle, and then star math is over here by itself. So make sure you're clicking the correct one. Sorry, back to where I'm going. All right. Teachers, please double check. If you're having an issue and the password's not working, look up here to the top. It should say fast star math. If you're not in fast, it'll just say star math. And while we're here, let's go ahead and talk about the new password for PM2. And that is, if you please write it down, lowercase s, uppercase Y, 2425. Oh, that might have been the first one. I'm so sorry. I will get back to you on the password because I think that's PM1 password. So let me double check PM2 password. All right, student error messages. This screen is also in our Schoology page, and it's just things that you need to do or I need to do if you get this error message. If you don't know, send me a picture of it on Teams or to my phone, and I can try to help you with the error. But a lot of the times, if you just close out of the entire thing and go back in, it fixes it. These are some more error messages that you might see and what to do for next steps. These are the 3 different reports, and you need, as students are finishing their test, you need to be looking at this test activity report. This will tell you who's completed a test, who has failed attempts at the practice, and things like that. You could use record book for your scores for a whole class, and instructional planning if you plan to use it for small groups and MTSS. The STAR student report is really good to use to share with families. And to share with students. This is the only family report that can show the state benchmark and FAST equivalent score. So all those other reports won't have the FAST and state equivalent reports there. You need to pull this report up to show to families. K2 scores are going to be in Family Portal, and they should match the scores that are in, that we pull, and it should show state. So you have to select state for benchmark and type status in the FAST score box. All right, and the district has the percentile ranks and what the levels are. These are very similar to ours. I will tell you, I think the only error is between that red and yellow. I think we do below 20% and they do below 25%, I want to say. But I think everything else is pretty much the same. So this is basically just our percentiles in our conference room that we've been using. All right, and so there are 3 different kind of reports. The static report is the actual score as if it were PM3. So like if they took the test and that counted as PM3, that's what their score would be. The time adjusted is what they're forecasted to be. And then the FAST equivalent represents the student's score right now. It's a link between the scores between 2 and 3 across Renaissance. All right. Required documentation. For every single test administration that you do, you have to have a security log, a seating chart, the administrator record checklist, and then before you test, you have to have signed the test administration and security agreement as well as the prohibited activities agreement. If you already signed these before PM1, you don't have to sign another, but if you have not signed it yet, you will need to sign it before you are able to administer a test. So please come and see me if you have not signed that documentation. Okay, a couple of things before I let you go. In this email, I'm going to also be sending you this document for you to double check your class checklist. So I'll have an ELA one and a math one. And so what I'll need you to do is I'll need you to open it. And these little arrows here is how you're going to filter. So you'll go to teacher, not test administrator, because that's who's testing your students. Go to teacher and find your name. So for instance, I'll be Miss Bishop right now. If you just click your name, these will be all of your students. I need you to check a couple of things. Number one, are all of your students there? Because I have to make this document and I try to keep up with who's enrolled, and we had a lot of kids enroll later than usual this year. So number one, are they all there? Number two, are they testing with the correct person? So you'll see here, if it matches, that means you're testing this student. So in Miss Bishop's class, Leandro is going to be testing with Miss Bishop. However, Elias is going to be testing with Mrs. Adcock independently. IND means independent. SG means small group. Let me see if she has any small group. I think she does for math. So it'll look like Adcock K through 2 SG, which means small group. So step 2, check if the test administrators are correct on there. Okay. Step 3, double check all of your accommodations. Okay. If a student has an accommodation for text-to-speech or oral presentation, they should not be with the classroom teacher. So Leandro, I already found a mistake, cannot be with Miss Bishop because he has text-to-speech. So he's going to have a different test administrator. So I'm going to fix that before I send that out to you guys. So you'll see here's another oral presentation. They're independent. Oral presentation, independent. So please check your oral presentation, students. It is very important for you to check this before testing, and this will be part of your checklist for your training to be complete. Remember to filter, click teacher, and then just click your name, and then that'll be good to go. If you have any other questions, please let me know. I am here for you, and have a great day. Bye.